Welcome to another episode of Painfully Fabulous. Today, me and Christine want to catch up because she's been on vacation for 2 months and I've been getting buried in snow. So let's see what's going on. Christine's loving it.
Oh, yes, not so much you, but
Oh, well. So, how's it going?
good. I mean, the weather's great. For those that know that I've sort of been in a remission, um, my pain has come back. Uh, Not really bad, but I am having the electrical pains in my left foot now and my left hand, which is really weird. This time it's coincide. My right hand's fine. Um, but the weather's great, so I can't really complain. You know, we have had great weather. We went the other day to look at an 800-year-old tree, and I'll send you a picture. It is huge. It was amazing. Um, the only thing is, I took a fall. It was a graceful fall. My friend said I've never seen a fall so slow, but I'm paying for it today.
Oh,
Uh,
was
yeah.
that yesterday?
Yes, I jarred my back, my knee, of course my bad foot, but you know, I know these things happen.
Get in the pool today, try to relax, let your limbs flow a little bit. And
I I did that yesterday. It's just, the next day you're just so stiff from the fall. And I should have known better. I mean, I had to step over a limb, but because I walk on the left side of my foot, and I used my left foot first instead of my right foot,
right.
and then planted a bit, right? So everything just tumbled. But I mean, I'm okay. That's good. It's just
I'm
part of
glad
the
you're
course.
okay, but like how awful to happen on vacation, right?
I know. Oh my gosh, we got a good laugh though.
I gotta ask, the hippie in me has to ask, the 800-year-old tree? Are you kidding me? What type of tree was it? Do you know?
I don't even know, to be honest, the name of it, but it has like a fruit on it, and it's a bitter fruit. So what they use the fruit for is Moroccans, like the Morocca
Yeah.
fruit dries out, and there's seeds in it and stuff, and that's what they use it, and then they just paint it. So yeah,
Did you
I'll
hug
send.
that tree?
It was way too big, but I have a picture of me standing in front of it. So
That
yeah,
is,
it was.
you've seen some amazing things since being there.
Yeah. Well, and then there was also it was over 100 years old, and it was a type of cactus. I don't know if it was a tree or what, but the bottom of the tree was like a tree, like wood, and then the
Yeah.
cactus, like, it was really strange to see. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it was kind of cool to see. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have pictures of that one too, the cactus?
I do. I'll send them along.
What
Oh yeah, you and plants, I forgot.
was that?
You and your plants, I forgot.
I am obsessed with plants and Mother Nature and trees of all forms. So that is really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
What was the Cathedral of Corns? The Cathedral of Thorns?
Yeah, so here in Curacao, the land is more cactus and thorny materials. There's not palm trees in that unless they're flown in on beaches. But so the thorns, they used them, and they built this whole, they call it cathedral, but a whole building out of thorns, and then they display artwork in it. So it's like a gallery. It was really
With
neat to see.
lights and everything, like that was the pictures are stunning. I'll of course share them here, but
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
so like there's little things here to do and learn, right? Aside from the beaches, because the beaches are gorgeous, but you go to them almost daily, and you want to see a few other things, right? So
yeah, absolutely. And you've had a lot of company while you've been there too, hey?
yeah, so my parents came, my son came, and my sister and her family came, and then they're gone. So for the next month, my other friend Vicky, she travels with us, with Annie, Norm, and I. She's here for the month. So yeah, yeah.
Very
So
nice.
it's been, yeah.
What's the what's the most breathtaking thing that you've seen so far? The most awing thing that you've seen so far on your vacation?
The eagle ray.
Describe.
It was so gorgeous. Well, I'm picturing in my head Nemo, okay? The eagle ray on Nemo with all the little characters on it. This whole time, it's like, oh, I have to see something like that. And Annie and Norm had gone, they usually go out before I snorkel and tell me which side to go to so I don't have to swim so much. And they went out twice and seen an eagle ray, and I didn't, right? So the next time we were out at a different beach, I went out with them. And I was so excited because it's just like Nemo. They flap their whatever it's called.
They flap
and
their
it's
little wings and go.
and they're so majestical in the water. Like it's just a, and then they float away, right? And they're gorgeous. They're, well, the one I saw was black and it had the white spots all over it, and the tail on it's real long. I didn't get to see the huge one where Annie and Norm did, but the tail on it was like 8 feet long, so it was huge. But oh, I know it was. I was so excited. So since then, I've seen one other, and the most amazing thing we've learned is here in Curacao, some people see them, but it's rare to see them because the dive shop here, he's does dives, teaches dives, and he's been here 14 years and never seen one. And then this is probably nothing to a lot of people, but we were driving down the street and we see this deer, first time ever. And we were talking to locals yesterday, and they said it's very rare to see the deer here because they are very skittish and don't. So we just have had a rare vacation.
Got a lucky one.
Oh yeah, and the stingrays are kind of neat too because the stingrays, they're small, for those that don't know, and on the bottom they always have, I call them flatfish, but they're flounders, and they have a friend, so they travel, and then the little flounder is right beside it, and they just go everywhere together. So again, I have the Nemo that I think of, right? All these little friends, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're talking about. Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, I love that.
I know that's been my highlight for sure.
Wow. Yeah, you've seen some incredible animals and creatures there too.
Yes, yes, very, very. And now the dogs, on the other hand, are sad here, but I hate seeing those because there's so many strays here. It's just awful, but you can't rescue them all. You want to,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
And they're
love
probably
dogs.
very tiny and not. Oh, sad.
Yeah, it is very sad, but the highlights just, oh yeah, that was amazing. So
Cool.
I now I said to my friends, I said, I seen it. That's all I need. I'm good now.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. So they
Mhm.
want to see a head shark, and I'm like, no, you can keep them. You can keep them. And sharks are very rare here. So because they don't have the food here for them, but they have seen the odd hammerhead, which doesn't attack people apparently. But I'm like, you guys can go see that. I'll stay away.
Yeah. I'll stick to my happy Nemo land.
Exactly.
Uh,
So
too
yeah,
good for you.
yeah. So it's been really good.
Now, you're there for another month?
Yes, approximately. I come back on the 24th of March. That's okay. I'm hoping to come home to no snow, unlike
Hmm.
you guys. And no more problems. I had my washer break down, I had my furnace break down, and my car now is no longer running while I've been away. And the car hasn't been driven. My kids have been, you know, starting it and running it, and now it's just not starting. So that's that happened last year too. But it
It
wasn't
did
my
about a
that's
bolt or something, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just, yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just like, it's too gorgeous here to worry about those things and then deal with them when I get home.
Now that's another thing. Do you notice maybe a change in your pain or your pain levels or other symptoms with your stress levels a little lighter?
Oh yes, stress has been so. The funny thing is, okay, so I would like to know, my high dose ketamine infusion worked for almost 6 months this time. So yeah, so now I'm like, okay, so does that have something to do with the weather and my stress levels and stuff like that, not being at home in the cold, and do you know what I mean? But I'll never know. Um, so it's been good. Um, Stress levels, oh yeah, and the sun always makes you more happy, right?
Oh yeah, vitamin D.
Yeah, I mean, I feel so much happier. I miss my kids, I miss my dogs, all that stuff. But yeah, my mood has been so much better here. Even though I'm in pain, a lot of pain, um, it makes a world of difference.
Good.
I
Oh, that's so awesome and well deserved. Seriously.
thank you.
Now I know you took time to set up your setup there, but let's play a quick game of what's outside your window.
Oh, okay, I can show you. Are you ready? You like this game? I don't know if you can see through the door. Is it too bright? Do I need?
Oh,
Oh, you could see it.
oh yeah, one more second. Just one more second. Oh, wow.
And my lovely friend, her name is Cody.
Hello, Cody. Oh my God, she just lays there like a queen.
Oh yeah, and she's a smart cat. She's like a dog. Honestly, she knows. She knows when the door clicks. Oh, I can get inside. Or if you get off the couch, she'll jump off the couch. Like she's very smart. But
Oh, cool.
they don't like you. I mean, we feed her, but they don't like you feeding her a lot, because she keeps all the lizards and the bugs and stuff like that away, right? Because she eats them and stuff. So feed her too much, look out, she won't hunt. She gets lazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
All right, real quick, I gotta show you what's outside my window.
I want to see, but oh
Snow.
my god, that's crazy.
Mhm.
How much total snow did you get? Do you know?
I think altogether we like between the two storms, I think we got 130 centimeters.
Crap.
Yeah. Real quick, the first storm that we got, we weren't expecting as much as we got. So every couple hours while I was awake, I'd like just open up the door a little bit, right? Just to make sure we could open up our door. When I woke up in the morning, we could not open the door. So I had to take my dustpan and like just shimmy out my little crack and try to squeeze my little butt out of the door. But I was so on adrenaline, right? Like we had to get out of our house. And I got our door open and I thought, oh, I'm never going to have to do this again. Thank God. Next day, the exact same thing. Door shut in, dustpan myself out.
And see, a lot of people go through that. Others don't understand the pain that we go through. We have to do these necessity things.
It was
And
emergency.
yeah, and then we pay for them after. Now, some of us are lucky, like WSIB does send, I know in Ontario, sends us a yearly check that's supposed to cover snow removal, but the amount they give you doesn't necessarily cover everything. I guess I should clarify. Once you're in serious injury in WSIB in Ontario, they send you out a yearly check. Now it's supposed to cover everything, like if you need your house painted on the inside, like all the
Okay.
stuff, right? So they do help you a bit, so that's nice. Which is really going to suck when I age out at 65, because then you've got to be careful,
Mm,
right?
yeah. I
Oh,
will say though, those who have it are very lucky to have that program. I don't have any sort of, I have no government support for my disability. I'm not disabled enough to get disability. So I got to shovel myself out with a dustpan and then pay for a whole week on my bed crying. But
so how has your pain levels been? Have you noticed aside from digging out?
my
um
levels have been more than I've ever experienced, to be honest. I would say I'm an 11 out of 10 lately. And it felt weird to actually say it because I kind of bury that stuff. Um, but really, with the added stress of my personal life, with the added stress of all the responsibilities that we have on the go, and then that emergency mode trying to get us out of the house with the snow, I have been absolutely miserable for about a month.
Now, do you also find, do you have or do you find winter time? Like I know with me, I get a depression set in when winter comes. And how have you found that this year?
Winter blues are real. Oh my gosh. But I also think nature therapy is real too, right? So not being able to submerge myself in nature at this moment takes away some of my therapy. So that, in addition to not getting the vitamin D and stuff like that, oh yeah, winter blues are real. And
Yeah.
it's hard to talk about on the platform that we have because heaven forbid I say the wrong thing or misrepresent it or give out inaccurate information. Then I'm going to have people hating on me, and that just adds to my winter blues, and I can't handle it right now.
Yes, exactly. Um, and that's why I think it's important that we talk about it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And people that don't agree are welcome to make comments. We all have our own opinions and our own pain levels. Uh, but this is what we experience, right?
ex-
So we're just talking what we're experiencing, not what everybody else is experiencing. So
exactly.
although some people can relate, others don't, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, I really would not like to be where you're at because I hate snow. And
yeah.
having much snow would, like, I know in
And
Ontario it's been very mild this winter. Like, I mean, plus 10.
group, I meet with the support group, and I'm like buried in my basement with like three sweaters on, and they're like, "Oh, it was 16 degrees out today." I'm like, "Oh, nice." Other people are sending me pictures from BC of flowers blooming in their yard. I'm like, beautiful.
I know. And I know they did get in Ontario, they did get a little bit of snow. I think a snowstorm the other day, but it was nothing compared to what you guys have in Nova Scotia.
And many people in Nova Scotia, my 99-year-old great grandfather says he's never seen anything like this before. But I heard White Juan was worse. I didn't live here then, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's crazy how much weather affects us.
Yes. Not only our mood, or not only our pain levels, I'm sorry, but our mood too. Like,
Hmm.
I'm going to bed super early. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done at as soon as I can find rocks in my eyes. I am honoring those rocks and I am sleeping because I'm ready just to move on. I'm ready for spring, ready for
Yeah.
warmer weather. I don't know.
I know, and that's why I'm lucky enough that I can get away for the winter. I know not a lot of people can, and I don't want people to feel bad or make them feel bad because this is
No,
something to do. But for those that can and haven't, it makes a world of difference. Honestly, um, I just feel so much better, and I come home happier. I don't go through that miserable stage. So e-
exactly. Right.
even just the mental part of it's worth it for me.
Oh, I
So.
imagine, honestly. Now, do you find staying for 3 months? That's kind of a long time. Like, do you find any negatives maybe to being there that long and away from everything, or is it all just hunky dory? Because it sounds amazing.
um So there are a few negatives. Like I'm gonna miss my son's birthday. Mind you, he's an adult. He's 20, gonna be 27. Um, I
Birthday.
know. Pardon me?
When's his birthday?
March 10th.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah. So I know that's a big deal for him, but and I miss them. Like I miss them. I miss my dogs. However, I know I'm going back, right? I know I'm gonna go back to see them and have the whole life of everything again, right? So for me, I mean, I talk to them on FaceTime all the time. I really don't have a negative.
Good.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think just after knowing you and all that you've dealt with in your life and past couple of years helping us with everything here, um, you deserve this time away and you kind of need it so you can recharge and take care of you for a little bit and then go back home and take care of everything else.
right, right. And I think that's what helps me get through things. year 3. Um, but I mean, years before that, I do a couple weeks here and a couple weeks there in the winter. But doing this long term stays has really helped. Yeah. So if you can do it, if you can't, you know, just try to give yourself the time you can for yourself. Give yourself some recharging time, right? Like, I know it's harder to do when you've got the stresses of life around, but you really need to have that time, even if it's only 15 minutes a day, giving yourself some time to reflect and, giving it to yourself. You need to do that to take care of other people and to get
Uh,
through your, yeah.
Even taking 5 minutes, right? It's funny you say that because, again, after the past little while, I haven't felt the best, but I decided last night I'm going to make myself a good dinner. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to relax and I'm going to sit down. And I even canceled my visit, or I cut my visit with my mom and my sister short so I could come home. I was making a plan to sit with myself. That's what you got to do. Just take time for yourself. It's so important. Even taking time to do silly like painting your nails, right? It counts.
Something that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Reading an
Watch
art, anything.
yeah.
Talk to your plants.
Yes. Or music. Honestly, I've noticed um getting in my darker days, I really have to push myself to get out of them. So I found finding a song that might actually annoy me when I first started, finding a song and just listening to it all the way through. By the end of it, I find that I got my head going. I feel a little bit lighter for some reason. I'm distracting myself, I suppose, in a positive way.
Yes. I
Mm.
have a friend that, now some people won't be able to do this, but this is just another idea, that does tanning beds only
Oh,
once. I know, only once a week because it makes her feel better.
yeah.
Um, and just being in there once a week gives her the warmth, gives her that feeling of, I don't necessarily agree with them either, but it works for her.
I
So,
don't have, I don't think there's anything wrong with tanning. Not at
yeah,
all. Enjoy. And again, I could imagine, I've never done it, but I could imagine it must be kind of relaxing just to sit there and be smothered in warmth. Ooh,
it is. I mean, I've done them before. And it's very relaxing. It's warmth. I mean, sometimes you really sweat, but when you come out of there, you do feel better. You
yeah.
really do. So, like little things that you can do, try and do it.
What does everybody else who's watching do to help get them through these winter blues? What do you do in a moment of Mayday when you need to pick yourself up? Leave your answers in the comments below so we can help others with your experiences. We know what
Absolutely.
we do, but your experiences could help others too. Go ahead.
Yes. No, I was just going to say absolutely. There's probably millions of things that I don't even think about that I would love to try, So I would love to hear from everybody. Be awesome.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with a little list and then in another episode we can cover, ways to distract yourself or ways to relax.
Yeah.
Ways to
Well,
conquer the winter blues.
yeah, they're real.
Yeah, seriously, eh? So another thing, while Christine's away, got to realize we're kind of farther apart from each other. So technology isn't exactly on our side. We've met a few times to record, and then I'll go back to edit it, and it's not the best quality. So bear with us while she's on vacation. I know the last micro lesson that was released was just my voice. Maybe one will come out and it'll just be her voice. But when she comes back at the end of March, we're gonna get so much stuff out there because we have great ideas. We want to have guests. We've already been connecting with people, and it's gonna be quite exciting once Christine returns after her well-deserved vacation.
Yeah. Yes, all refreshed and ready to go. Yeah, that is not a good thing when we're so far apart because it's just so hit and miss, especially here. So, unfortunately, we haven't had the best of luck with technology, but we'll get there. And I hope that everybody that's watching stays with us and is very patient with us. Please hit the like, subscribe button. That helps us out so much. And stay painfully fabulous.
Bing.